too. Hello everyone, I'm Percy's person and this is Percy, and today we're going to be answering some of your questions. For those of you that didn't see, I put out a post on Instagram and on our YouTube community page asking you guys to send me questions, and we're going to answer some of them today. Alright, the first question I got was from Percy the Papillon on Instagram, and she was asking, what is your problem? You're so weird. Anyway, she was asking, what is your favorite trick that Percy can do? My favorite trick is probably him jumping off the walls. I call it parkour. And she also went on to say, which trick took the longest for him to learn? He learns incredibly quickly. It's honestly kind of amazing how quickly he learns, especially when it... Calm down! Especially when it comes to jumping tricks, so like jumping through my legs, through my arms, jumping off of me, off the wall. He learns those tricks super quickly. But the longest trick that I can think that took him to learn was probably to hold something in his mouth. And I still can't get him to hold cloth in his mouth. Something about it, he just doesn't like the taste of cloth, I guess. But I can get him to hold a pencil or something hard. But that trick probably took the longest. Andrea the Travel Bug from Instagram asks, how are you and your person adapting to the quarantine? Well, one second. And back. I am pretty extroverted, I would like to say. So, as far as I go, some socialization would be nice. But I can't do that right now for obvious reasons. As far as Percy goes, he is a social butterfly, and he has been extra antsy lately that I have noticed, like more antsy than usual. Because I would constantly take him out places that he was allowed to go. Come here. Things like I volunteer at my local 4-H dog club to help teach children how to handle dogs and to do dog sports with them. And I would always take Percy as an example. But all that's canceled now, so I can't take him out there. And I like to hike and go places, and I would take him with me, and he can't do that. So I think we're both getting cabin fever. One sassy girl asks, always lovely to see Percy. As I have friends that have Frenchies with numerous health issues, I wonder if Percy has any health issues. Percy specifically has no health issues. Papillons in general are a very, very good as far as health issues come. The only thing you really need to worry about as far as Papillon goes are collapsing of the trachea, so that's where they pull too hard on the leash and their trachea kind of collapses in on itself. And then another thing you have to worry about is the collapsing of a luxating patella, and that's right here. Thank you, Percy. Good-natured as always. Because their patella can slip out of place. But Percy specifically so far has no health problems, and as far as I know, his parents don't have any health problems. So he is a very healthy boy. Isn't that right? You be a healthy boy? Windy Ridge Farms from Instagram asks, what is your dream home for Percy and his person? This is a very creative question. I love snow. We don't get a lot of snow where we're from. We get it occasionally, as you can see from some of our past videos, but we don't get tons of it. Anywhere that's just snowy in the mountains in a nice warm cozy cabin, that would be my ideal home. And as far as Percy's ideal home, it would probably wouldn't even be a home. It'd just be running. It would just be you going and going and going. Isn't it right? Okay, here's a great question. Where can I get great Papillon merch that's original and nobody else has? Well, what a great question, random commenter. The best place where you can go, obviously, is Percy the Papillon Teespring shop. I have designs. All designs are created by me, and all designs are therefore original and unlike anybody else's. The link is in the description, so please check it out below. Percy has left us momentarily. Rick Sims 9026 asks, is Percy scared of thunderstorms? This is a pretty straightforward question. He's not. He doesn't really care at all. He's not afraid of a lot of things. The only thing I think he's afraid of is a rat. And that's when we try to do a barn hunting course. And for those of you who don't know what barn hunting, I'm just going to say this super fast. It's where a dog has to find a rat in straw or hay, and then they have to signal to you that the rat is in there. And that is a sport, and it's a really cool sport. So if your dog is into barn hunting or hunting animals in general, highly recommend. Percy, however, when we did the course, he was scared of the rats. So needless to say, he's not a barn hunter. But yeah, as far as thunderstorms go, he could take it or leave them as usual. He doesn't care. Moving on to the YouTube questions. Baby U is asked, hey Percy, do you look like your father, mother, or both? Percy looks like his father. The only difference between him and his father is his father has more fringe on his ears. Percy took after his mother in that part, because Percy's mother, and this is typical in females, they typically have less fringe and less hair. Typically, there's exceptions to everything. But Percy's father was beautiful, and he had fringe over fringe. Percy, unfortunately, did not get that gene. Along the same lines, Gia Rabito asks, Percy just sneezed, asked, I'd like to know if he's from a champion line. So Percy is from a champion line, technically. At least his father is a champion, which I will throw up a picture right here. That's his father that I was just talking about. And while I'm at it, before I forget, there's his mother. Since we were on the question previously, I don't know why I didn't think to do that. But yeah, there's his father and his mother. And his father is a champion in AKC and CKC, I believe. So, yes. Ooh, here's a good question. Ziggy Star Dog asks, does Percy mind going to the vet? Percy is a different dog when we take him to the vet. Isn't that right? As we're waiting, he knows it's the vet. He shakes and he's nervous like most dogs. But once we get into that room, he is a terror. You wouldn't even recognize him. Like, look at this. They have to put a muzzle on him. Every single time we go in, yeah, they pull out, I didn't even know they made muzzles for dogs this size, but they have to muzzle him, unfortunately, because you just don't cooperate with the poor vet. Kin Omar asks, I'm looking to adopt a Papillon. Where can I find a good breeder in your suggestion? One good place that I found Percy on was Puppy Find. I will say, when it comes to Puppy Find, you have to be super careful because there are scammers on it. When I was finding a Papillon, I was looking for a Papillon near me. So we went and actually visited the breeder. We met the puppy she had at that time. We asked how often she bred and stuff, all the responsible questions. And we met his mom and his dad. And everything else, and then later we came back and visited her again, or we didn't visit her again. We met halfway and we got Percy. But probably the best place, and this is if you live in America, is to go on the AKC website and look at their certified breeders. That's definitely where I'll be getting my next Papillon. No offense to Percy, you're beautiful and I love you. I will have the link in the description, because all of those breeders are certified by the AKC. They have most, if not all, of the fancy requirements and titles. I'll have the link in the description if you live in America and you want to check that out. I think that's it. Thanks for watching. Be safe and go play with your dog.